Hello, I'm Sinta Danu, and I am a professional psychic and astrologer, and welcome to Celestial Guidance. So this is a weekly astrology and tarot live session on Facebook that I later share on YouTube. I'm going to go into a horoscope reading for the 12 signs for the Leo new moon and that preceding week, as well as what this will kind of affect over like the next 6 months, because new moons affect not only that week, but also the entire month until the next new moon, as well as it fully manifests in 6 months. So I'll do a horoscope on that. Before I get started, I do want to announce my class. So if you haven't heard, I am doing an astrology basics workshop. So this workshop consists of 6 workshops over the course of 6 weeks. And these workshops are on all the astrology basics. You will be able to read an astrology chart by the end of this course. Now, I did have a deal for $125. These courses are about $200 if you bought them individually, because the cost of the course individually is $33.33. If you bought all 6 classes together, that's just under $200. So it's a $200 value for this entire course set for all 6 workshops. And I did have a deal running for $125. I have all those spots taken now, though. So the first 5 have been sold. Now I am offering another deal set, only 10 spots, so 10 bundles available for $150. So if you are interested in learning astrology, if you want to learn more about astrology, definitely sign up for the course. This is for everyone. I've designed it so it's really easily understood and digestible. I've seen a lot of astrology courses that are not easily understandable, especially a lot of astrology books specifically are not really easily understood. They're very wordy, very intellectual, kind of very up in the air in how they describe things. This is really to the point, very grounded, very practical in how I explain all of the things that you will be learning. And this course is 6 classes, 6 workshops with me personally over Zoom, and it consists of going over all the bases. The first one is just an intro to astrology of what everything is and what it's used for, and then we get into the specifics and details of each of those subjects, going into the 12 signs for one of the workshops, going into the 12 houses for another, going into the 10 planets for another workshop, going into the aspects for another workshop, and then the last workshop is pulling that all together on how to read and kind of navigate a chart and put all that knowledge together and get some practice with it. And I will be doing future courses. I'm already thinking of the next course set being about different types of charts. So if you are looking for some more advanced stuff, keep your eye out for that. But yeah, so that's my spiel about my workshops. They are selling out quickly, so if you really do want to sign up, I will leave a link in the description along with a link to sign up for a personal reading if you want more one-on-one personal advice, as well as there is a link in the description to get a free birth chart, because I do suggest that while we are doing this, that you have your birth chart ready in order to get the most out of the Celestial Guidance sessions. So I always have a link to getting a free birth chart on my website. So check out the links. And if you're interested, sign up because they are selling fast. I only have 10 spots available at the price of $150, and I still have quite a few people interested in this course. All right. So let's start getting into the astrology. I want to get into the horoscopes. Let's see. So looking at the horoscopes for the 12 signs, we've got, of course, if you are Aries, Aries rising, Aries moon, because I like to look at all 3 when I do this, especially your rising sign is super helpful because I base this on the housing system. So that'll be the most helpful. But for Aries, this new moon is in your 5th house. So very classic love, play, children, new beginnings in romance, in creativity, in how you present yourself, things around your ego, your talents, all of that is really being heavily activated for Aries. And of course, we're going to have Mars and Jupiter is going to be in your 3rd house. So that's a lot of potential around expansion in short distance travel, learning, communicating, lots of expansion and activity in the 3rd house. So that is super great. Other than that, I mean, we got Venus in the 5th as well, which is super lovely. Because it's just really highlighting all that love, beauty, romance. So bringing love, money, beauty into your love life, into your relationships with your children, into your connection with your inner child and your creativity. So that is really beautiful with Venus there for you. I mean, Mercury is going to be in the 6th house for you. So there's a lot of communication at work, specifically in your day-to-day life, your daily grind, communication around health, work, and just very daily, practical, analytical parts of your life, especially like just things that happen every day, right? So for Aries, it's just a lot of communication in regards to your daily life more than anything. So that's nice. I mean, it's not the most fun, I know, but it's not the worst thing either. Yeah, for Aries, intentions again around love, play, children, romance, really good for you. Making sure to communicate about the daily things in your life and how those things are affecting you, and, you know, making time for travel and learning, because that's where there's a lot of expansion for you. All right, Taurus. So for Taurus, you've got this new moon in your 4th house. So this is a new beginning regarding family, the home life, women, your roots. It can also be, if you have a wife, new beginnings around there as well. This can also be new beginnings in regards to like motherhood and things of that nature as well. All the stuff that has to do with your home life and family. There's new beginnings there. So this could be having a child, not necessarily, because this again is only a new moon and this is very general. But it also could just be spending more time with your children at home. It could be, you know, connecting and being more playful with your family. It could be doing a creative project at home or with family. You've also got this Mars-Jupiter conjunction in the 2nd house. So there's a lot of expansion for you in regards to income, values, material wealth, material possessions. So a lot's happening in regards to, you know, your finances and your values. And that's where you're expanding, right? So that's really good for money, honestly. Venus, of course, is also in the 4th house. So that's bringing love, beauty, money into the home. So this is a good time if you're, you know, renovating your home, you know, increasing the value of your home, as well as just bringing more money into the family and things of that nature. And Mercury, of course, is going to be in the 5th house. So Mercury in the 5th house is communicating about love, money, play, children, and creative stuff, being more creative, maybe creative writing. So really good time to set intentions around what you're doing at home and increasing your income and your creative pursuits and things with your children or romantic relationships. All right, so Gemini, this new moon is going to be in your 3rd house. So this is a house of communication, siblings, short distance travel. So this is a good time to set intentions around taking a short trip, getting out into your community, creative ways to connect with your community, your siblings, your cousins, as well as, you know, creative short little trips that are fun. And this expansion with Mars and Jupiter is in your 1st house. So there's a lot of expansion and activity in how you see yourself, how you view yourself, your sense of self, and your identity, your ego. All of that is really being activated. So there's a lot of opportunity and growth around who you are that's coming from this new moon in the 3rd house. So there's a lot of growth that you can access through learning and short distance travel and connecting to your community and your siblings. And Mercury is in the 4th house, so there's a lot of communication and a lot of talk at home, with family, with potentially your mother or your wife, a lot of communication with likely family members, most likely also women, most likely women that are part of your family, like your mother or your wife, maybe even a sister, especially because it's Mercury, which rules siblings kind of in general. But yeah, this is a really good time to set intentions around learning through play, right? Learning through play and having that allow you to kind of recreate yourself. All right, for Cancer, this new moon is going to be in your 2nd house. So this is new beginnings in regards to your income, values, material possessions. This is a really good time to find creative ways to make more money. Find creative ways to look at your values in a different way or possessions in a different way. This Mars-Jupiter conjunction is going to be in the 12th. So this is bringing some growth and expansion into your subconscious, into your connection with spirit, your spirituality. So there's a lot of growth happening on like a subconscious level, which can be a little bit uncomfortable, but you can use that to kind of also improve your income. And Venus will also be in the 2nd house, again, bringing money, love into your house of income and values and material possessions. So it's likely that you'll make more money during this month, which is really nice. You do have Mercury in the 3rd house, so there's going to be a lot of communication around communication, short distance travel, siblings, community, learning. So this is a really good time to set intentions around new creative ways to make money and to grow on a psychological level as well as, learning. And then we have Leo. So Leo, happy birthday, Leo. It is Leo season. This new moon is in your sign. This is in your 1st house. So for Leo, this new moon is all about you, which I'm sure you love. It's in your house of self. It's all about who you are, your identity, your sense of self, a little bit about your ego, but definitely like who you are at your core, very much your instinctual self. So this is a really good month for you to kind of recreate yourself, to get a new haircut, to go shopping and get new outfits, things like that. So this is a really good month for you to kind of focus on creative expression in regards to how you express yourself, right? And this Mars-Jupiter conjunction is happening in your 11th house. So there's a lot of growth and expansion and activity in your house of friendship, networking, associations, groups. So you might be spending a lot of time with other people, being part of groups or associations and spending time with friends. So there's a lot of expansion and travel and activity in regards to friends and networking and associations, as well as that's the house of business income. So there should be also some financial gain there as well. Venus is also in the 1st house, so you're going to be looking even more beautiful than normal, Leo, which is awesome. Mercury is in the 2nd house, so there's going to be a lot of conversation and talk about values, money, income, material possessions during this time frame. So I would definitely set some intentions about, how you want to present yourself in regards to groups and associations and when you're doing networking, as well as, what kind of conversations you want to have with friends, associations, people that you network with in regards to money and values. All right, Virgo. So for Virgo, this new moon's going to be in your 12th house. So this is kind of a period of rest for you, Virgo. You're taking some time to just kind of relax, rest. You're feeling a little bit, more needing to like isolate, hermit a little bit. Like you're already kind of introverted, Virgo, but now you're feeling even more introverted than normal. You want to spend more time alone. And if you're not getting time alone, you're probably not super happy about it. Because this is your time of rest, because your season's coming up and you need to kind of rejuvenate before that. So this is a period of rest, focusing on your health, focusing on your spirituality. This Mars-Jupiter conjunction is going to be in your 10th house. So you're working really hard in your career life in regards to your career, reputation, status, all of that. You're working really hard to get somewhere in life, basically. And there's a lot of growth and expansion there. Just make sure that you're also taking time to rest. Venus, of course, is also in the 12th house. It's about to enter the first house. So there is some ease with this new moon. With Venus being in the 12th house, it's kind of creating some feelings of love and importance on values in regards to your spirituality and your subconscious. So that's probably easing some of this need to rest a little bit. It's helping. It will be moving into the first house after this new moon, which will help you to start coming out of your shell a little bit more and appear more attractive in general as your birthday season is around the corner as well, which is really nice. Mercury is in your first house, so there's a lot of talk about you, a lot of talk about yourself, your identity, how you view yourself, how you express yourself. So there's a lot of talk about you, which, your birthday's coming up, so that is probably part of it, but also it's just really nice to talk about yourself sometimes. And you're probably doing that in part for building your career and status in life. All right, Libra. So Libra, this new moon's going to be in your 11th house. So this is a lot of new beginnings in regard to friendships. So friends, associations, groups. So this is a really good time to start a networking group or to start a new friendship or to make more time to have fun and play and be creative with your friends. So that's really nice. This Mars-Jupiter conjunction is happening in your 9th house, so there's a lot of expansion, growth, and activity in your house of higher education, long-distance travel, religion, culture. So this is a time where you could be traveling a lot, especially like long distances, whether that's like hours away in the same country or to a whole other country. Could be a time when you're traveling quite a bit. And you might also be spending a lot of time on philosophy, religion, your vision for life, your belief systems, things that have to do with culture and religion and long distance travel, higher education, college. This could also be, learning, teaching, skills, trades, college, things that have to do with higher education, higher thought. And then, of course, Venus is also going to be in the 11th house, which is bringing a lot of beauty, love, money into your friendships and your networking groups, your associations, your acquaintances. All of that area of your life is getting a nice little boost from Venus. And then we have Mercury in the 12th house for you. So with Mercury in the 12th house, there's a lot of talk about like imagination, spirituality. It could also be talk about institutions, hospitals, jails. Also talk about like martyrs and spiritual figures and gurus, things of that type may be really important to you right now. You might be just talking a lot about spirituality and spiritual concepts, and or your subconscious might be a topic that you're spending a lot of time on currently. Okay, so Scorpio, this new moon is going to be in your 10th house. So for Scorpio, this is new beginnings around career, status, reputation, really building, who you are in this life. So that's awesome. And then we've got this Mars-Jupiter conjunction in your 8th house. So there's a lot of growth and activity and expansion in regards to the 8th house of sex, death, trauma, debt. So this could be taking on some debt potentially, or it could be grants, it could be loans, but there's a lot of opportunity for you to kind of get money from other people to support your career right now. So I would definitely suggest maybe applying for some grants or some loans to help with your career or business if you are working on a business, or if you need some education in order to like advance your career or status in some way. Also, Venus, of course, is in the 10th house, adding money, love, and beauty to your career, reputation, and status. So you're probably looking pretty good right now. So good for you. Mercury is in your 11th house. So there's a lot of talk with friends, networking, your associations, your acquaintances. So this is a really good time to network for your career as well, because there's a lot of talk happening in the area, a lot of short distance travel. It's going to also be business income. So it can be a lot of talk about business income as well. All right, Sagittarius. So for Sagittarius, this new moon is going to be in your 9th house. And with the new moon in the 9th house, this is new beginnings around education, long distance travel, culture, religion, your belief system, your vision for the future. And for this Mars-Jupiter conjunction, it's in your 7th house. So there's a lot of growth and expansion and activity in regards to partnerships, one-on-one relationships. This could be intimate relationships, marriage partners, business partners. Your relationship with the public as well is probably being really activated. And of course, Venus is also going through the 9th house and adding a lot of love and beauty to the 9th house of religion, higher education, long distance travel. So you might get more money to travel where you would like to go. You might get more money for college or learning, or even get money for teaching at this time. And there's just so much activity in regards to partnerships. So it's really important for you to focus on your one-on-one relationships and make sure that, you're keeping them fair and that you're putting in the work. Also, Mercury is in your 10th house. So there's a lot of talk and communication, short distance travel in regards to your career, reputation, and status in life right now. So there might be a lot of gossip at work for some reason, or it could be positive that people are just really talking about you because they think you're amazing. It really depends. You'd have to look at your own chart to really see where this is hitting and how. But a lot of talk in regards to career and status for this new moon. All right, Capricorn. So for Capricorn, we're looking at this new moon being in your 8th house, which is not super comfy. The 8th house is the house of death, the house of transformation. This is also the house of trauma, debt, shared resources. So there might be some new beginning in regards to loans, grants, stuff that have to do with shared finances, inheritance. It also might just be a time of transformation and change that's really uncomfortable for Capricorn. You also have Mars and Jupiter in the 6th house. So there's a lot of expansion, growth, and activity in your day-to-day life, your routine, things that have to do with your health. There's a lot going on every day for you for some reason. Venus is also in the 8th house. So that kind of eases up some of the problems with the new moon being in the 8th house. With the new moon being in the 8th house with Venus, Venus kind of could add a little bit of love and money to the situation. So you could be receiving grants or loans, or inheritance. You could be in some kind of intimate relationship that's very loving and also very spicy. So that can have positive effects. We do have Mercury in the 9th house for you. So with Mercury in the 9th house, we're looking at, there's a lot of communication around higher thought, travel, religion, culture, foreign people, foreign places, your vision for your life. So there's just a lot of talk about the future and just higher thought and concepts that have to do with religion and culture and philosophy. And then we've got, so for Aquarius, we've got the new moon in your 7th house. So for Aquarius, this new moon's in your 7th house. So this is new beginnings in regards to partnerships, one-on-one relationships, marriage, business partnerships, your relationship with the public. So it's important to set intentions around your relationships for this month. And you do have this Mars-Jupiter conjunction in your 5th house of romance, play, children, creativity. So you're just feeling really creative, really playful. There's a lot of action and activity and expansion in regards to creativity, children, and play for you for this month. And Venus, of course, is also in the 7th house. So this could be bringing in a very beneficial relationship, whether it's a business partnership or a marriage. So it might be marrying someone who has money, or getting into a long-term relationship with someone who's very loving, or just getting into a long-term relationship in general with this. And Mercury is going to be in your 8th house, so there's a lot of communication about sex, death, trauma, debt, loans, grants, transformation, the occult. So just like a lot of the deeper, darker subjects are the things that you're really going to be interested in talking about this month. And also, you know, the practicalities of shared resources, basically, with this, especially because you are probably entering into some kind of new partnership or relationship or contract. All right, for Pisces. So Pisces, this new moon is going to be in your 6th house. So this is new beginnings around health, your day-to-day life, your day-to-day routine, new beginnings in work and what you're doing at work, new beginnings with coworkers. And then you've got this Mars-Jupiter conjunction in the 4th house. So there's a lot of activity and expansion and growth in regards to home, family, your relationship with women, especially women in your family, like your mother or your wife specifically. So there's just a lot of growth and expansion in the home and with the family. As well as with Venus being in the 6th house, you might be getting a raise or something at work. This could be new beginnings in regards to money or relationships at work. So you might start a new romantic relationship with someone that you work with, which I wouldn't advise, but people do it. Or you could get a little bit of a raise and start making a little bit more money at work, or start a new job, things of that nature. And then you've got Mercury in the 7th house, so there's a lot of talk about partnerships, relationships, one-on-one relationships, marriage, business partnerships, your relationship to the public. Just a lot of talk about relationships for you, Pisces. All right, that's my horoscopes for the 12 signs for this new moon. There's a lot of potential for romance for a lot of signs. Just be a little bit careful, because there are some kind of delusional energies in the atmosphere, but there's tons of opportunity for growth. So be careful, but keep a hopeful heart. Keep open to unexpected good possibilities, and definitely take advantage of the opportunity to learn at every turn with this new moon, because it is so suited for it. And that's really how you get the most out of this, is being open to learning and being open to the unexpected. So that is my celestial guidance for the week. And of course, again, if you are interested in learning astrology, please sign up for the astrology workshop series that I'm doing, because it is going to be amazing. For one, the slideshows I've made are gorgeous, because one, I'm an artist. And, if I do say so myself, they are gorgeous. It is going to be a ton of fun. It's going to be over Zoom, so it's going to be very interactive. We're going to go over a ton of information. I've made it very digestible. So if you've struggled to learn astrology on your own, definitely sign up. I mean, this is a $200 value, and I now have 10 spots available for $150. I think that's an absolute steal, personally, especially considering that I'm an astrologer with over 15 years of experience. I was also raised by an astrologer. I'm second generation. I have been doing this professionally for 8 years now. So definitely show up. If you are interested in learning astrology, this is definitely for you. And if you're feeling called now, there's a reason. We are in the year of the dragon. We are in the year of Saturn. This is very much a time of focusing on your karma. And guess what? You can see your karma in your astrology chart. And if you're really looking to build your life, especially if you want to become a professional psychic, become a professional astrologer, or you want to take those skills into the profession that you already have, this is the time to do it. So if you are interested in joining, there is a link in the comments to the sign up form on Google. So if you sign up there, you will be put on the list for receiving one of the 10 spots. If they get sold out, I'll send you an email and letting you know that they've sold out, and I'll send you a different price. But if you do sign up for the first 10, I'll send you the PayPal link for the $150. And of course, I will email you all the dates and times of the workshops. They are going to be on Thursdays at 3 p.m. from August 8th to September 12th. And if you happen to miss it, I will record it and send it to you so that you still have access to the workshop, even if you can't attend in person or virtually, I guess. So definitely sign up. Like, it's not that much money. Like, realistically, I make anywhere from like $106 an hour to like $200 an hour for the services that I do for doing tarot and astrology. You could be making that kind of money too in the future, but you have to be good at this. And in order to do that, you probably should get some training. I will teach you basically in 6 weeks what it took me to learn in like 10 years. So I will save you a lot of time. And again, realistically, it's not that much money. In order to, make $100 an hour or more as like a psychic and astrologer, you need to have this knowledge. And so like $150 is like 2 astrology readings. Well, not even 2 astrology readings. My astrology readings are more expensive than that. My eclipse readings are $165. So even to have a one-on-one with me just for tarot is like $106 currently. That's less than 2 personal one-on-one sessions with me. Less than 2 hours of my time for 6 hours in a interactive course to learn what I do. So it's an absolute steal personally for me to be teaching you this in this interactive course. So definitely sign up. Other than that, if you are interested in like a one-on-one personal reading because you do want more personal advice, I do, of course, have my booking link in the comments, and it'll be in the description in YouTube. And there are free birth charts if you're interested in that, but that's my spiel. Okay, I'm going to let you guys go. All right, bye.